Welcome. Now, I'm really excited about today because we've got 2 chefs, 4 barbecues, and we're putting them all to the test.
Yep, plus we're doing it here at this beautiful location, which will be the home of our live show this summer, the Wild Weekender.
Yeah.
Barbecue number 1, we're starting in the fire pit, and we're starting small.
Yeah, now disposable barbecues are a disaster, both environmentally and just food-wise. They're really hard to cook decent food on.
Yeah, they get hot really quickly and then get cold really quickly. So by the time your sausages are warm, it goes out.
So, can we find a non-disposable but portable and convenient barbecue to replace that mess?
Well, the answer might be here.
This is the ProQ Flat Dog Portable Barbecue and Grill.
To start off with, it is very, very compact and flat, relatively heavy. It looks pretty sturdy, but very easy to transport.
Yeah, I think this could sit under the front seat if you can't, in the back. Go in the boot, could go in the wheel well.
How long is it going to take to make?
Should we find out? You take that, and pretty sure, as if by magic,
Barbecue.
Very good.
That is good.
Yeah.
I'm so surprised by that, that's amazing.
Not completely comparable to an instant throwaway disposable barbecue, which also comes with the coal thingies and the lighter.
Yeah.
You need to provide that, but as a barbecue, that surprises all.
You've got a lot more depth there as well, haven't you?
yeah, it can hold more coal than the average disposable barbecue. It's got loads of air holes and air vents, so it's going to burn quick.
I think with the amount of room in it as well, you've got the option to do indirect heat and direct heat with the coals as well, so you can actually cook at a much better temperature.
Yeah.
Coals lit, they've had plenty of time to preheat. What are we cooking?
So with this kind of barbecue, there's no lid, there's no temperature control, it's hard and fast. So we're going to go burgers and thin prawn skewers. So I'll do the salt. Put your elbow out. That worked quite well. Keep one hand clean, always. Bit of salt, and then these are going to go on there.
Kirsch, what was your first chefing job?
So I worked at Burger King when I was 15. Great experience.
Flame grilled, I just noticed that. You still got it.
Still got it. Because we've only got heat from the bottom and it is intense. You want to cook it evenly, so flip them every 10 to 30 seconds, and so you'll get heat from the top and the bottom, in theory. And I still use the probe because I don't want them to be dry, and I know they're going to rest. It's still quite a thick burger, so I'm taking them up to 55. By the time we've built the burgers, yeah, they'll be about 60. They'll be decent. This barbecue is screaming.
I think what's really interesting is it's a flat pack barbecue, and you could therefore think flimsy, which is why we've thrown at it a lot of coals and got them really hot. Can it stand up to it? It evidently has.
Yeah, what will be the real test is, can it fold away?
It has bent. It has.
It's bent with the heat.
Bent.
I wonder if it will either bend back or just not fold now.
We'll find out later.
Woo!
Woo! Right,
Let's build
make a
some
burger,
burgers.
build a burger.
Again, cheers.
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 I mean, the prawns are super simple. You've got the char, you've got the smoked salt, you've got a little bit of lemon, job done. The burgers, now we've done a lot of burgers recently on the channel. This is one of the simplest. How is it?
It's got a really nice crust, whilst still being just cooked in the middle, and you're only going to get that from something that's as hot as that got.
Which usually only comes with big barbecues, more space.
The beauty of that is it is basically a metal bucket that you put a grate on top of. Exactly. The fact the bucket folds flat is genius. And we should stress, you can absolutely buy cheaper barbecues, but this is the cheapest of the ones we're looking at today. It is reusable and it packs flat. How much are we talking?
$69.99.
Substantially more than a disposable barbecue without the fuel, which you have to buy on top. But if it goes on and on and on, that is a good deep space to be able to cook awesome variety of food on a beach, in a park, in a campsite, or wherever.
You're not throwing it away each time, so it's better for the environment. It's bigger, it's got more space, and it's more flexible in terms of what you can do with it because of that size.
So as part of our Wild Weekender, pass it on fire.
This could be the fire.
That could be the fire.
It's a good contender.
I'm sure Kush will bring more fire, he always does.
I love the fact that we can do pass it on outside.
I love the fact that you're doing pass it on outside.
Next to a swimming pool.
Right, let's do another barbecue.
It's time to whap your flip-flops out, because this summer, Sorted Live brings you the Wild Weekender. A festival-style weekend of live-streamed sorted mayhem. Tickets available now. See the link below for all the information.
Okay, barbecue number 2. This one is small, compact, it has a plug, and you find us at our poolside bar.
This would be where I think Poker Face might be happening, which is where the pool might be very useful.
Pack your trunks, Baz.
Yeah, this one's interesting. This is the Ninja Woodfire Electric Barbecue Grill and Smoker. It's been everywhere, all over TikTok and Instagram, and I'm really excited to put it to the test because I don't think I fully understand it.
Because she's very quiet, which is never a good sign.
Well, yeah, it's a plug-in air fryer with a smoker attachment and the griddle plate.
So I can already see plug and play, a real perk, small and compact for small flats, maybe balconies if you're allowed, but limited by what you can put on it because of its size.
Yeah, so we've got some whole sea bream, like you get from the supermarket. They've been scaled and scored. We're going to season them up, olive oil, salt, and put them on the grill.
Part of the fun and part of the romanticism of a barbecue is the lighting of the coals, the wood, and waiting for it to burn down.
Twisting a knob isn't quite the same.
That said, it's kind of convenient.
Speaking of convenient, our wood comes in the shape of pellets.
So these are real wood pellets, all-purpose, consistent flavour, premium quality for best smoke. It's a blend of cherry, maple, and oak.
This is a technology that's used in lots of different smokers in the US. It's really convenient. It's going to be interesting to see how it works here.
We should stress this is another barbecue that we are trying for the first time.
Can you walk me through what's happening here?
I think it works in the same way that an air fryer works, like a small convection oven, so it will grill it. But then we have a nifty little button called Woodfire technology, and when you press that button, it brings smoke into the cooking chamber as well. It does have a separate smoking function, so you can do low and slow stuff on it, but it's quite small and compact, so you're not going to be doing a big pork shoulder or a big brisket or anything on it.
But unlike a normal air fryer, you don't have a heating element at the bottom, do you?
So this has a heating element at the bottom under the grill plate. It also has a fan at the top, so that'll circulate the air around, and it's got a little heating element in the wood chamber. In simplest terms, it is a smoky oven. It says add food.
Good sizzle.
And we'll go 6 minutes.
Now, whilst it was preheating, I don't know if you can see it on camera, we're getting 2 different types of smoke coming out. So from where the wood pellets are, we're getting white smoke, but it's actually dirty.
Dirty white smoke.
And out the back, which is the cooking chamber, we're getting the blue smoke, which is what you want for cooking with. You never see them side by side usually, because usually you're only seeing smoke coming from one place on a normal barbecue.
So this would be acrid if that was going through the chamber.
Yeah.
But fingers crossed, the fish is delicately smoked, crispy skinned, perfectly cooked. That's it.
Then what are we serving it with?
So we're going to pour on some soy, maple, squeeze of lemon, serve with some mint. And hopefully, because it's non-stick, it's easy to clean and no extra washing up.
Oh,
beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh,
very non-stick.
Very non-stick.
So what's the bottom like?
Give us a flip, give us a flip.
Oh, nice and crispy.
Straight off, I'm really impressed with the colour, the non-stickability.
That's good as well.
And if we've got a little bit of smoke through it as well, brilliant. Nicely done.
That's for Mike.
Cheers. Everything about this space now is smoky. So
Yeah.
I'm struggling to work out if it's coming from the fish or not.
I'm going to be over here for a second whilst I try it.
I think the skin will have the most smoke, naturally.
The crispy skin, you'd struggle to get on a barbecue.
Without it sticking.
Yeah.
I always like to use a fish basket, but that is a delicious bit of fish. Wonderfully simple marinade. I like the crispy skin. It makes cooking fish on a barbecue idiot-proof. It's not hugely smoky.
It would be interesting to try it with a longer cook to see if that smoke imparts more flavour over time in the same way that it would do on a normal barbecue.
Yeah.
My question is price.
£349, which puts it at the high end of the air fryer multi-cook oven range, and probably midway in between a number of different actual barbecues as well.
Yeah, it puts it at the same price as an expensive regular charcoal barbecue.
Not the best barbecue, but I still really want one because I kind of want an air fryer. Before we move on to the next gadget, this section is sponsored by Maldon Salt, who are also sponsoring a part of our wild weekend.
Does that mean we can make that weekend wilder than ever?
Yes, it does.
So to celebrate a salt that we've been using for 13 years in the studio, we did a deep dive with them last summer, but today, cooking outside, a lamb dish.
Teach me how to season, Ebbers.
What we got here is some gorgeous lamb rump. And what we're gonna do is slice it into slithers that will cook nice and quick over searingly hot coals. And when you've got lamb this good, you don't want to mess around with it. You just want good seasoning, and there's nothing better than something that's literally 40 miles down the road from here.
So, lamb on a barbecue, I'd always go for lamb chops.
Yes, exactly. But lamb rump sounds like something I'd like to learn.
Let's get into.
The advantage of lamb rump, especially when cut like this, is you've got this little bit of fat on one side, but it will cook really quick, and you don't have to worry about getting right through to the bone that you would on a chop. So nicely seasoned in a bowl, and then with skewers, I'm just going to weave them on.
So everything being seasoned beforehand?
Yeah, in this instance, in a bowl, oil, salt and pepper, and that means you can give it a good jiggle about in the bowl and get every last little bit of lamb seasoned. But we're going super simple, so you actually get the quality, salinity and minerality of the salt and the beautiful lamb. Now, Maldon Sea Salt, they've been masters of salt making for 4 generations, talking 1882, but they have something brand new coming. And that they've promised we can have a first taste of during the live show.
I'm intrigued because they're steeped in tradition and they do one thing really well.
Yeah.
What's new?
You'll have to join us on the 5th or 6th of August to find out.
The fact you've seasoned it in the bowl and then you're skewing and folding means you've got seasoning in the folds as well.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
That smells amazing, Evers.
And I appreciate the lamb is a bit more expensive than perhaps other meats, but its flavour is phenomenal, which is why you don't have to do much to it. And hopefully,
Oh, yes.
you get all of this gorgeous, gorgeous lamb.
Oh.
Yes.
It's gonna go on there. You can see it just blushed in the middle, and the other one left as is.
Lazy, but fine.
Get in.
Equally seasonal serving suggestion, Jersey Royal potatoes. I love white tomatoes, and again, just lemon juice, oil, and good salt and pepper.
Cheers, Baz.
Cheers.
Oh, yeah.
It's stonking. That was so simple.
It needs fierce heat, simple seasoning, and a seasoned salad.
If you're loving the sound of this, you can check it out on our brand new sorted food tab on Sidekick. Scan the QR code now or click the link in the description box below.
Okay, barbecue number 3. Jamie, this is yours. We've lugged it from your house. What is it and why?
This is the Masterbuilt Gravity Series 560.
How long have you been wanting to get it onto the show?
For the last 2 years, because that's when I bought it, and now it's tax deductible. Pow!
And why is it you like it so much?
It's probably no secret that I'm a massive fan of American low and slow smoking barbecue. After a lot of research, this was not only the most convenient, not only the best tasting, but the best overall package that I could do low and slow and proper grilling barbecuing as well.
The second of today's barbecues that's needed plugging in. It's been plugged in for a while. What's in it?
We decided that we're going to cook a brisket, but to do that, we had to start yesterday. Every good brisket needs a rub, but how's that rub going to stick to the brisket? It needs a binder. Our binder is going to be yellow flavoured mustard.
Oh, these are the wrong size.
Too big? Oh.
No.
No?
No.
Well, it's a good thing you've got 500. Excellent.
Should I stop rubbing it now?
No. Now, I've done a brisket on the channel before, and back then I said there are a million different rubs that we could use, but we're going to keep it simple. Salt, pepper. This time we're going for chili powder instead of cayenne pepper because of availability.
Should we just say that this is American-style barbecue from Texas?
Yeah, I don't like to pinpoint where it is because anywhere I do, it will offend people, but this is like we've had in the southern states of America before.
Right, what's next?
Step 3, we're cooking it at 225 degrees Fahrenheit. It's going to take between 14 and 18 hours. We're looking for an internal temperature of 203 degrees Fahrenheit, 95 degrees Celsius. Now, what I love about my barbecue is that it is the very definition of set it and forget it. However, because of the brisket, we are going to need to spritz it throughout the next few hours as well. We have a range of different liquid options to spritz with. We're going to try them all. I don't even know which one that is.
That's a amber bitter.
No point.
No point?
No point.
No, right, that's, no, this one. Good luck.
Tastes like a salad from a pretentious ingredients video. I think that's going to be the winner.
Yeah, all right.
We wrapped this last night, didn't we, Jamie?
You did not get up.
You didn't ask me to.
Didn't see you when I spritzed it either.
Oh!
It's got the jiggle!
It's got the jiggle!
It's got the jiggle!
Yeah.
I've got a tear in my eye. Or it's smoke. It's one of them.
You don't have to touch it.
Oh, wow, that's
Jamie,
hot.
Spafford. Well done.
Effort-wise, there is no effort that went into doing that. The barbecue took all of the effort on controlling the temperature. All I had to do was just check that it had enough charcoal and enough wood, and that was about it.
We've been going up in price on barbecues today. Where does this one sit?
You can now buy this in the UK at £649.
It's still a lot of money on a barbecue, but again, it's just not an average barbecue by any means.
To me, this is a hobby. This is the kind of thing where I'm happy to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning and go and check that it's all doing okay, so I know that we've got a feast ready for tomorrow.
And I think that's what kind of this shows, is big volume. You're cooking big volume and you're able to feed a crowd.
It makes me happy.
Well, that's what matters.
Your meat makes me happy, Jay.
Oh, good.
That was an excellent bit of brisket. Have we got room for one more feast?
I hope so.
I'm going to have a shower first.
We've hardly touched this one.
I will take it home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Barbecue number 4. Kush, this is your personal barbecue of choice. It's actually yours from home. What is it and why do you love it?
So this is my Weber Summit Kamado E6. Weber, the brand, I think quite a few people might recognise them. They make these black enamelled barbecues. This is their biggest version. It's air insulated. It will do low and slow smoking and super high fast heat grilling. So it's very versatile. It's also massive, and that's why I love it.
Is it similar to that green eggy sort of thing?
Yeah, so Weber wanted to jump on the bandwagon of the Kamado Big Green Egg, Kamado Joe, Napoleon Smoker, Monolith Cooker, you know, the bandwagon of that. So they've made theirs. So it's got the same insulation, but it's made out of metal, not ceramic. So it's a lot lighter. It's got quite a large footprint, so it won't fall over. People say it can't be that well insulated because it's made out of metal, but I've held things for 8-9 hours with just the air vents, no electrics.
The fuel, how have you got it going?
So I've put the fuel grate in the lower area, put in about 10 kilos of lumpwood charcoal, lit it. It's got up as hot as it'll go, closed the vents, and now it's sitting at about 150C. So like a low oven. I've brined this pork shoulder in a 5% maple syrup brine overnight. We're going to put the food on with a bit of salt, pepper, maybe some hot sauce, and slow cook it. going to close the lid, I'm going to put my barbecue probe into the pork, and then once the pork's ready, I'm going to take all the food off, crank the heat up with the oxygen, and then char it all off, and it's done. So an hour about 80 degrees C, then we've taken all the food off the barbecue. I've opened the vents, loads of oxygen, it's gone 600-700 degrees Celsius, and then we just charred and glazed everything. Simple as.
Oh my God, I mean, I've never got anything that juicy on a barbecue. You weren't sure about mushrooms, were you?
Who? No, I said,
It's ridiculous.
I said that is at least an hour more cooking than necessary. Oh. But you can't overcook a mushroom, and they're great.
And they taste of all the pork.
And they're still juicy.
Oh yeah, because they've had all that pork dripping onto them for an hour. They are sponges, remember, mushrooms. They're smoky, piggy, fatty.
That pork
Yeah.
is stunning. Because it's manual, it's a bit more effort, you need a bit more knowledge.
Yeah.
But the results that you can get
from something that looks so simple.
So once you know the temperatures of your meat, which I learned in restaurants, and then it's just translating it over charcoal. So I know that has to get to a certain temperature, that has to get to a certain temperature. Onions and mushrooms are very forgiving, and hopefully the tomatoes have a bit of smoky flavour and give it a different dynamic.
They do.
It's not all about meat.
How is this so succulent? They're tiny. Why are they not overcooked?
Oh, so because I've packed them together on a skewer, the heat can only go on the outside, it won't get to the centre, so they cook a bit slower.
And the other thing with that barbecue is you've got space for volume. So we've cooked enough here for a feast for 8 people, but it's still at 500 degrees. And now you could go in with some fish, some quick breads, some real quick cooks if you wanted. And dare we talk about price?
Well, I purchased it for £1,400. In my thinking, I'll never buy another barbecue. It's my first barbecue, it's my last barbecue. I love barbecuing, so for me, as a chef, one and done.
It's very rare you buy one thing for life.
Yes.
Even with your a nice kitchen, you're probably going to move.
Oh, I'll
leave it behind. Whereas that, he's going to go
take it with you.
Yeah, for life.
I waited to the garden. First thing I bought when I moved house was this barbecue.
That's 4 barbecues we've tested with 4 different recipes and platters. But comment down below, what do you think? Which was your favourite barbecue?
And don't forget to get your tickets to Sorted Live, the Wild Weekender. It's going to be hosted in this house. It's going to be amazing. All the details are downstairs.